Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the Mac, and welcome back to a sort of continuation here of Panzer campaign Smolensk 41. I did an introductory video of it, and I promised to play a scenario as well, do a sort of a let's play there. But before we dive into that and have a look, I want to remind everybody that there's a winter sale going on now on the Wargame Design Studio. It's gone on for a couple of days now. It started December 15th and will end January 3rd. So do get your Christmas shopping going, man. Get some of these great titles. They've all been updated and revised, and some good stuff going on, man. So do that. Have a look at their games. I think they're like $29.95 now. Otherwise, they're $39.95. So $30 or $40, yeah. So it's $10 cheaper, basically. The only games that are not on sale now are the newest releases. Let's see. You see over 100 products there, man. I think it's the latest releases there, the Forgotten Campaigns and Kiev 43. Probably the ones that are not on a price drop, so to speak. So check that out, man, and buy yourself a game or a couple of games. You still have that the bulk order. The bulk order. Here it is. On all orders over $199, there is a discount, I guess. All right, so check that out. Okay, so back to Panzer campaign Smolensk 41 there. So I did quite an extensive introduction video there some time ago. And we had a look at all the game contents and what came with it. And some mumbling about the history and what actually went down during this time. So, I haven't actually decided what scenario to pick. It was kind of hard, actually. And I want to clear some things up, actually, for you viewers here that are interested in these games now. Actually, now that they've all been sort of re-released again under the Wargame Design Studio label, it's the question about the scenarios and the campaigns and all that. I mean, the games have evolved through so many years, and there's been so much input and revision and altered scenarios and work being done, and they have listened a lot to all the game testers and all the players out there, and that's what's a good strength about the Wargame Design Studio and the previous John Tillery games there, is that they listen a lot to what the feedback they get from players and their wishes and what doesn't work and what works. When playing the battles there, especially when you're playing head-to-head or PBM battles there. That's when the real test comes in these titles. All the titles there on the Wargame Design Studio page now. I mean, and the John Tiller Legacy there. All those games are, I mean, the strength in those is actually to play versus a human opponent, because the AI, as it's been debated so many forums and people and players, the AI is pretty weak. It kind of depends. I mean, if you're a rookie and a new player to these games, you would probably find the AI somewhat challenging in some situations. But when you have played through a couple of scenarios and get the hang of it and found a strategy that works for you, you're going to find out that the AI is going to be kind of easy to beat. You're probably going to know what the AI is going to be doing and stuff. I mean, sometimes. I mean, we could take an example, for instance. If you're going to do a river crossing, there is a bridge. The AI will move in like stacks of units there in travel mode and try to cross that bridge, even though you have some powerful units lying in wait on the other side, and just sort of basically just mow them down as they cross the bridge there. A human player would maybe make the mistake, but then realize, holy shit, there's some strong defense here, and try to work another strategy to actually maybe bring up the artillery, bombard those units, or airstrikes, or try to work around the problem and maybe move units in a different direction, maybe cross a different bridge, use your reconnaissance a bit more, have a look, where is the weakness in this line, this is where I'm going to attack. The computer won't do that, so that is the weakness of the AI. So the strength in the game is to play versus a human opponent. and you'll have the best experience too. Anyways, this is going to be versus the computer. Actually, I have posted a few PBM battle games over the years, over the past year at least, on the channel there when I'm playing mostly with Buddy Ash there, but even other players. But I wanna, for casual gaming and stuff, it's good to just do versus the AI, and you'll be usually a bit faster as well. Because you don't have to wait for your opponent to send your turn back to you and all that. Anyway, right, so it's one thing I want to clear up, actually, that when I was sitting down here and trying to decide what to play, it sort of struck me that I haven't really talked a lot about the scenario content. I mean, I probably went through them a bit and we had a look at that, but there's actually, it's quite complex actually now in these latest releases, because I think the debate is going on that, because you could say there's basically three different types of scenarios in this in the all the Panzer campaigns and titles actually, and that is when it says original here, the orig. These are mostly original scenarios that actually came with the game as it was released and designed by the designers here. This instance is Greg Sturmer Smith here. So they are as close as possible to the original scenarios. And when it comes to this game, and many other titles, you have something that says alternate, and that is all the scenarios. Usually, many of the stock scenarios have an alternate scenario. It says alt here, and that is the Ed Volcano Man alteration, and it has to do with some different kind of interpretation of the I think it's the tables of weapons and organization, and different values that differ from the original game code. Sort of a revision to make it more realistic, or a different take on it. So that's what the alt is all about. But another thing about Panzer Campaigns Smolensk 41 is that there is also something called an expansion pack. And the expansion pack... So there's actually three types of documentation covering, actually two documentations, and the expansion pack, it says it was something that was actually brought up after the game was released, and this is way back when actually John Tiller and all them were working on these, and it was something to do with that the map wasn't large enough to cover all the units that were actually present at many of these battles. And that was a problem to recreate accurately some of the engagements when there wasn't enough map to cover the battle area. And some units were actually skipped and not taken into account in the operations because they didn't have the entry points in the maps where they historically entered the battle, and maybe even areas where they actually engaged the enemy and fought. And those are not present on those old maps. But they have made new maps, and I think there is a debate about that. There actually, in the future, there will probably be a patch coming up when they have taken into consideration all these designer notes and all these differences and sort of changed every single scenario to a standard, so that you don't have to look up all these different documentations explaining what that is and what rules to use there and all that. They will all be under the same rules and the same coding and the same maps, and they will be altered, so it will be as close as possible. So you don't have to look. I mean, here, all this stuff here that says all these abbreviations. But somebody who doesn't know this, it must be pretty confusing. Like, what the hell am I going to be playing here? I mean, which one do I pick? There's 5 different versions of the same battle. Which one is the best? And it's kind of confusing. But they are going to fix this in the future. I'm sure of it. Right. So. And then you have the Ed Volcano Man, as I said, and then you have this expansion pack here that came out, the Smolensk. So it says that the expansion pack started out with John Tiller and Glenn Saunders expanding the Smolensk map to the west, when someone had expressed an interest in doing an expansion that included the Soviet counterattack near Lepel. After the map made, that person lost interest in the project. So there was a project that came and went but then they actually did make some work of it, and it's actually included in the release. So there's actually 6 scenarios. One of them is actually the whole campaign. It's called Drive on Smolensk, and it's the original campaign, but they have a new order of battles there. So and they have storming the land bridge, decision to be made, and drive over the Dnieper and closing the ring. So these are included, so you can play them and have a look at the documentation here. What it says. This is a summary here of what it actually means with the expansion pack there. New larger map with more area to the west of the Dnieper there. So yeah, you got the here's the designer and play notes. So the whole thing. They explain why they changed the German order of battles, Soviet order of battles, unit placements, strengths and morale. And they have a historical situation on the 8th of July there, they're saying what happened. This is a good read for you guys who might not be bothered to look up on either a documentary on YouTube or read a book or Google it on Google, basically, Wikipedia and stuff. I mean, it's all here. You don't have to do that. You can read here. Obviously, if you want to go into more detail, you would probably have to look at something that has done a more in-depth analysis of the battle. And they actually explain the scenarios here as well. So, good documentation there for you guys who didn't know that. They are explained in the game folder. You just have to go and look for it. So actually, there's a couple of campaigns that comes with the game. I mean, there's quite a lot. I mean, there's 6 different versions of the Grand Campaign. So this here, 04, this is the original. This is the one that was actually released in the original release, and I think they might have done something to it. I mean, some small changes just to make it work in the new format here. And here is a version where there's extra forces involved, more forces. So it's actually a hypothetical one. They have a German handicap on this one. They have a Soviet handicap on that one. And then they have the Volcano Man version of the Grand Campaign. With the recommended rules. I think I went into that before. That's good that they actually written that out there. And they have the Drive on Smolensk. This is the one that's in the... let's see if I'm not saying the wrong thing here now, but I think this is the one that is from the expansion pack here. Drive on Smolensk. Yeah, I think it is this one here. And I think Ed. Yeah, this is what's confusing here. Maybe he did an alternate on this, or he did an alternate on that. I think he did on this, because this is 168 turns, so that's 168. The original is 170 there. So it's probably made, there's an alternate version on the expansion pack campaign there. And a decision to be made. So here are the stock scenarios for Orisha, Vitebsk, and Mogilev from the original game. And here is the decision to be made. So that's from the expansion pack. Here is a decision to be... This is the original, and that's the Ed Volcano Man version. It's kind of confusing, man. Storming the Bridge was from the expansion pack, and there is an alternate version of that. Mogilev, Drive over the Dnieper. These are all part of the expansion pack there. And they even have a Mogilev PBM. This one is intended for the head-to-head play. So, Divina, Last Train to Vitebsk. What was that? Was that the Last Train to Vitebsk? Right. So that's not part of the expansion pack. So that's got to be the original one. And it says original there, yeah. And that is the Ed Volcano Man version there, okay. Gorky, a surprise for Fast Heinz. That was not part of the... no, it wasn't, right. So there's a couple of things to clear up here. They also have these operational situation scenarios. I think there's like 7 of them, or no, there's more. There's like 10 of them, and they are sort of, I think they're made for you to actually tackle different operational things that would occur in the game, so to speak. So the first OP1 is simulates a river crossing against an infantry force. So that would be sort of to teach you the ropes of how to do that and sort of practice that, doing river crossings and building bridges and stuff. The second one is a historically based meeting engagement of armed forces. In the Battle of Armed Forces of the German 7th Panzer Division, broken through Vitebsk and meet the Russian 1st Mechanized Division, rushing to stabilize the situation by counterattacking there. It's the 13th of July there. It goes on here. They have parachute drops as well to practice. Actually, this is a scenario, actually. This scenario, while not as large as the full campaign, is the largest scenario covering 2.5 days of fighting during its critical stage of the battle. Just over a week has passed since the German crossed the Dnieper. Now the second phase of the Smolensk operation opens, when they attempt to take Smolensk itself. Panzer Group 3 is deep in the rear north of Smolensk, and Panzer Group 2 is in the southern fringes of the city itself. The Germans were poised to bag yet another large pocket of the Red Army. The German units, while strong, are spread out and deep in an enemy rear with large gaps on the flanks. This is a what-if scenario. A parachute attack on Crete never occurred, so the parachuters will be here instead. Yeah, so cool stuff. Many different versions of that. And they have different operations. I mean, it goes on here. Here's the beer lashes. It's a pretty long scenario. There's 60 turns there. And that's part of the expansion pack here. It's covering the Soviet counteroffensive during the 23rd of July, lasting 6 days. Yeah. All right. So, I haven't decided yet what to pick here. This is a good read. The normal notes, I did show that in the last video here. It sort of tells you what happened on the different dates and where the actual divisions attacked and where they crossed and what they did historically. I'm going to try and keep this battle I'm going to be playing here historically. Right, so what to play here? I mean, there's lots to choose from. Maybe just go for like a straight up original scenario, or try an alternate one. That could be the case. Here's the documentation for the alternate. It sort of tells you in the following list. These are the recommended rules. Now, they should be actually implemented in the game now. So these are covering the first initial attacks on Vitebsk and Orisha there. This Mogilev is also the attack on the initial attacks there. It took place. These maps are included in the game, which is really great. You can have a look at where the actual historically attacks were. Vitebsk, Orisha, and Mogilev there. So as the Germans attacked through here and broke through these defenses, the Russians were desperately funneling in reinforcements here, and they would. This was here. There was some real troubles in the south there. They had some real hard fighting here on the Zods. There's lots of reinforcements. I think they were a little more lucky in the north. They sort of smashed through there. They came to Smolensk there, and the Russian units were in danger of being pocketed in the back here. And as they progressed here, the Russians just threw in so many reinforcements that actually were able to hold the corridor open here on Dragogobush. And many of the units actually managed to get the hell out of there before the trap was closed by the Germans, and they were captured and annihilated there. So, and then I think the new Russian line was forming up back here by Vazma. There was a new front over there, which eventually the Germans smashed through, but that's in a different title. Right. What about this Gorky? This could be fun. A surprise for fast Heinz. It's a small medium, it's 14 turns there. There's an alternate version of it. We could try to play one of the alternate ones. Guzino Orig original there. So Guzino, there's Gorky. So that must be when they have smashed through here and they were closing in on Gorky there. The 10th Panzer there. Circlement of Smolensk there. Different on Jelnia. This is kind of late in the attack there. Desolated dump on the Desna. Yeah, we'll retake to Jelna there. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. You can tell I can't decide. The Orisha original is 25. I was kind of interested to do the Orisha actually, but there's an alternate version of it and a decision to be made as well. It's 40 turns. It's quite big. With Besk. I mean, the Mogilev is 20 turns. I think that could be drive over the Dnieper there. Was that part of that? Let's see. No, it's a stock scenario there. That's the original. Let's do the alt version there. Let's try this one here. Mogilev alternative there. It starts the July 9th, 1941. Size small, medium, location 165 kilometers southwest of Smolensk there. Scenario briefing. On July 9th, 1941, units of the Panzer Group 2 are poised to cross the Dnieper River near Mogilev. All right, so that's Panzer Group 2. It's right here. They had this whole sector here, and they were going to be crossing over here. All right. Intel reports that the Soviets are building a new defensive line along the river. An early attempt to take Mogilev in March failed. The 10th Motorized and 10th Panzer Divisions have been ordered to cross the Dnieper by the 10th of July and advance towards Gorky. Elements of the SS Reich Motorized Division will be arriving soon to help, should Mogilev be bypassed. Additional information can be found in Smolensk Alternative Campaign Changes Doc, Smolensk Expansion Pack, and Smolensk Designer Notes. Really? Was that part of that? Let's go down here and have a look. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, drive over the Dnieper, Mogilev there. It's a short little operational river crossing. You use some slightly historic inaccuracies here to try to create a tense, hard fighting scenario with Italian chances. All right. 25 turns. I'm getting confused here. Yeah. I'm just going to pause the video here and make a decision. And we are back. See if it's running again. All right. After much debate and indecision making here, I just decided to keep it simple. We're going to do the first scenario that comes with the game. First real scenario. It's going to be the Orisha crossing there. Dates is July 7th, 1941. Size medium, location 70 kilometers southwest of Smolensk. The scenario briefing on July 7th, 1941. Elements of the Panzer Group 2 force the Dnieper between Orisha and Maglev. The Russian forces are strengthening along the Dnieper River while firmly entrenched and anchored at Orisha and Maglev. The Germans have the option of assaulting these cities or striking across the Dnieper, penetrating deep into Russian territory. Sorry, I got distracted there. This is a medium-sized scenario that covers the south area in the early part of the campaign from Maglev in the south of Orisha, right? So there's recommended rules of the default rules there. Artillery setup, recon spotting, virtual supply trucks, low visibility, air effects, quality fatigue modifier, counter battery fire, night fatigue, program weather, limited air recon. Boom! Let's do it. All right, let's be the Germans because we are going to be on the attack here. So default rules. It looks like it's correct. Let's fire it up. Air units are available. All right, so this is the original stock scenario here that's been probably had a look at and altered slightly. All right, here we go. All right, so we got Maglev. We can zoom out. Biggest there. We got Maglev and Orisha. All right, so look at the situation here then. So we're doing the central attack here. Right smack in the middle here. We got the 10th, the 29th, the 10th Armored Division there, the Panzer Division, 29th Motorized, 18th and 17th Panzer Divisions there. And Das Reich is present. We have headquarters, of course, Deutschland as well. It's a pretty powerful force here. They're going to be smashing through here. 10th is going for Gorky. Right, so here you have Orisha and Maglev. So they're passing straight through here. Yeah, the Russians have the biggest forces here in the north. It was called the land bridge here. They had a lot. Most of their forces here, and Vitebsk was pretty reinforced as well. So that's why the Germans did a circle attack and sort of went around. And these guys went up, took care of that. And these units were encircled. Some managed to escape back, but many were destroyed here. So we're part of this force here. So we're going to see what happens here. Another good documentation here is the notes. It says here on the 10th of July, Panzer Group 2 crossed the Dnieper and advanced on Smolensk, bypassing major Russian troop concentrations. See map 1. Yeah. So this is Panzer Group 2 here. They went through here. Some corps crossed the river south of Maglev, while the other corps crossed the north. Looks like they're all crossing here. This encircled the Russian 20th Mechanized Corps and the 61st Rifle Corps, which had been defending Maglev, while the 3rd Panzer closed the ring around Maglev. 3rd Panzer? Yeah, but yeah, the 3rd Panzer actually attacked Maglev there. 3rd Panzer, yeah. The 4th Panzer struck towards Soth River. The Grossdeutschland Regiment and the 10th Motorized Division moved up to relieve the 3rd Panzer to protect the Panzer Group's flanks from the encircled Russians there. All right, so they moved down here, sort of relieved them from the fight, the Grossdeutschland there and the... All right, so lots to keep track of here, man. All right, let's look at the map, see what we got here. Right, so you have the 2D zooming mode here on these new releases. Now, what do we got in the north here? We have the 17th Panzer Division. So I like to have my organization on there. We can have contours on, so the hills are more prominent there. All right, the 17th Panzer Division is up here in the north here. Right, and we have Orisha here, right? So Orisha is kind of heavily defended. So if you look at the situation map there, 17th Panzer, it looks like they are sort of crossing just south of the Orisha there and engaging Yeah, it looks like they're just engaging those 17th and the 18th Panzer attacked the Russian 5th Mechanized Corps by threatening their supply line, forcing them to retreat towards Smolensk. All right. So I'm gonna have to make a plan here, I guess. 17th there. There's Orisha. Yeah, there's the 5th. All right. So let's have a look at the map again. All right. So we're going to be going in. We're going to be attacking. I'm not sure we're going to go straight into Orisha there. Maybe we're going to be going, sort of trying to fire our way through here. Sort of make ourselves cross here. Maybe this would be a good cross. There's a river here though. Yeah, there's rivers. There's a heavy bridge there probably. Yeah. I mean, we don't actually attack Orisha itself. It seems like. All right, let's move out here. We got, what do we got in the 17th Division here? It's a B division, morale B there. Ritter Weber. Yeah, all the German commanders are pretty badass at this time of the war. It's pretty early in the war. That's right. So we do have batteries of 105s and the 15-centimeter guns. We have some Corps artillery with us, 10-centimeter guns. We have bridge engineers, specific bridge engineers, and pioneers that are also clearing mines and building bridges. And here are all the infantry regiments. 850 men there. So, all right, pretty badass. We got tanks, Panzer 3s with the 5-centimeter on it. Yeah, they're all upgraded from France. We got machine gun infantry here, motorcycle infantry battalion there. These are reconnaissance units. All right, start moving out, I guess. Let's stick to the roads. We did have some airstrikes available as well. We do have kind of a lot of reconnaissance and a few air wings that can attack. They're all Stuka dive bombers here. All right. Well, let's see. Let's move out. Maybe go up here. What I'm not sure about is if we actually attack Orisha or not. I want to know if we have the decision to be made there. Yeah, so they encircled the Russian 20 Mechanized Corps and 6 Varied Corps, which had been defending Mogilev, while the 3rd Panzer closed the ring around Mogilev. The 4th Panzer struck towards the South River, the Rostdeutschland Regiment. 10th, all right. North of Mogilev. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna have to make up my own plan, basically. All right, let's move out. So I'd like to put the save so I can let's move them all the way up to this village and see what happens here. So far, so good. Can I make it through there? Let's deploy our reconnaissance in those woods there. Let's get the motorcycles up as well. They can't move as far and deploy. So let's get them just behind there. Right, so we have our main body of attack here. We have tanks and the infantry. We have the 17th Panzer Division there. 39th Panzer Regiment. Big groups here. Let's get them up there as well. It's 12 o'clock. Let's have a look. I haven't even checked my victory conditions here. What's going on? We need 1,000 points for a major there. 1,000 points. That means we're going to have to destroy a heck of a lot of Russian units, because this is only worth 100 points. And Mogilev is only worth 100 points as well. Well, there's Mogilev. All right. Yeah, that's the 3rd Panzer supposed to be attacking that. What else? Do we have exit hexes? Yeah, there's an exit hex here. Which probably means we need to exit. There's a town here as well, Gorky there. It was, I think the 10th Panzer would attack towards Gorky, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, and we got some exit hexes there. So we need to get off the map as well. There's an exit hex here as well. That's interesting. That could be the case for the 17 to cross to this division here to get out of there and get some points. All right, we'll see. Let's just move up the division first. Let's get the whole division moving here. We got our anti-tank guns. The engineers. Bridge engineers, in case the Russians blow up the bridges there. Our artillery is going to get up there. We have range 19. It's pretty good artillery there. You got good range. All right, let's get this up. Let's get as far as possible so we can deploy it. We want to get them in range. Let's get the 17th Panzer Division's headquarters right up there. All right, so that's the 17th there. What else we got? Anything arriving? No. Okay. Right, what's the deal down here? What's this? The 47th, I mean the 18th Panzer Division here, all right. Here's the headquarters there. It's Nering. Right, the 18th Panzer Division. Where the hell were they going? All right, so they're going a bit south of Orisha there, attacking up. They were sort of helping each other out there to take out the 5th there. Okay. What kind of crossing points do we got here? We got Orisha here. There's the river, the Dnieper there. We need to cross the Dnieper. That's the problem. We need to find a good crossing point. I mean, they could be smashing through here and sort of taking them up there. The 18th will go up here, I guess. This is the Dnieper right here. I think, yeah, it's coming all the way down there. This could be a good crossing point there. Kind of far south, though. I might want to get them a bit further up. That is only a medium bridge as well. So we might have to build a heavy bridge to get across it. There's a heavy bridge there. So look at the south here. There's nothing really crossing the river here. We're going to have to make our own bridge. We want to get a good. This could be good crossing points. It's a river there, though. A stream, I think it is. Yeah. I guess this would be the best. Corpus. Make ourselves a big bridge. It could be well defended, though. But let's give it a shot. Let's get our reconnaissance moving out there. I mean, we could do some reconnaissance flights here. Let's get some recon going. Yeah. All right. We have infantry here, but we'll probably smash through them quite easily. Let's have a look at Orisha here. Let's see what's going on in that town. See if we can survive that. We'll fly by here. Spotting some heavy artillery there, some infantry. Let's have a look at the suburbs. We have a force up here. That could be the 109th there, the 1st. It's kind of hard to tell there. All right. Well, we're going to go for a straight attack here and try to get smashed through here. Let's commit ourselves. Is this thing... he's on... Okay, let's move him up here, see what happens. Whoops. All right, so far so let's deploy them in case there's a counterattack going on there. Maybe get some guys in this village here. We move up our main tanks. These are Panzer 3s. So probably the ones with the 37mm on it. Let's get them up there. Panzer's going. Pretty big tank units here. Some more infantry here. We've got our anti-tank guns. Artillery, we need to get up. Ooh, we got some heavy guns there. Siege guns as well. They're good. Standard artillery there. I think this is our core artillery. We got some engineers up here. Not sure why they're off the... Alright, let's get them down. Let's get the old headquarters up there. And the remaining artillery there. Alright, starting to make an attack there. Alright, what else we got? So we move them to... We have something in the south here. We have Mogilev here. Alright, what's this? This is the 10th Motorized Division there. Okay. Well, there's 10th. According to this, the 10th is actually crossing the south of Mogilev, and the 3rd Panzer was actually taking on Mogilev itself there. Let's look at the map. All right, so they're actually starting a bit north of Mogilev there. How would they be able to cross here? Mogilev is kind of heavily defended. I mean, we could make a bridge here somewhere and sort of cross through here. There's no real good crossing points here. There's a marsh, which is bad news for us. This is not good. Here's a little thing we could cross. Get through there, maybe. We need to encircle a lot of the Russian units as well. There's a crossing point down here. That's at the southern end of the map there. So we got the we have the Das Reich. The Das Reich. I think they relieved the 3rd. I wonder if I'm going to get the 3rd coming onto the map here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming in here. 7th July, 2 o'clock there. Headquarters of the 47th Panzer Division. 47th. Not sure what that is. 47th Panzer Corps, alright. Das Reich. The Großdeutschland. 47th. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We see what's going to come on the map there. All right. Let's see. What do we got? The 10th Motorized Division there. Right. So there's actually supposed to be. Okay. What about these guys here? Das Reich. All right. I don't want to commit these guys. I think I should. I mean, we do have an option of actually attacking Mogilev itself. It's a pretty powerful division here. They have morale A. They are pretty damn badass. Look at the size of these regiments, man. 950 men. They have some good tanks with them as well. That is quite the size of a force there. All right, here's the 10th Panzer Division. Yeah, they're going for Gorky there. All right, where's Gorky? Let's have a look. There, jeez. All right, that is a pretty far to go there. It looks like they're passing quite far from Mogilev. They're avoiding most of the action there. Looks like they're on their way up here. All right, where's a good crossing point here? There's a couple of them. There's something. A medium bridge there. I'm getting quite close to the 18th there. It says this town is called Kopier. There's a rail line there. Where the hell is the... There's the rail line. There's Kopus. It says Kopier there. Alright. Is this the 18th? Maybe they should probably cross a bit further up. 10th motorized. It's kind of weird that they are somewhere here. Am I reading it right? Is it? Yeah, it's a motorized division there. 10th Panzer there. So they went down and crossed somewhere over here, I guess. I mean, this looks like a good crossing point there. But this looks really even better. We just need to make a bridge here. Alright, let's go for that. Alright, let's get this das Reich Division moving forward first. Maybe deploy them somewhere here. Getting ready to strike. Let's move out. Let's move out. Alright, what's the visibilities here? We want to have a look at these suburbs there. Let's see. Let's get them up here somewhere. Let's deploy that recon there. Let's get the infantry going there. Let's get some deployed in those woods. See how far they can go. Okay, so sure. Let's get the armor moving up here as well. Let's get these guys deployed there. Some anti-tank guns there. They look like 55 centimeter guns. They look a bit heavy there. For the time, I mean. Let's get them down there. I don't think this whole division is right. It doesn't have its artillery yet. So we gotta be careful here. Let's get to the headquarters down there somewhere. Alright. The 10th Panzer is still a problem. What to do with them. It looks like they're crossing quite far up there. I mean, here's the bend of the river there. It's going up. I mean, this could be a good crossing point, I guess. Somewhere around here, maybe? Let's see what we got here. What kind of stuff we got? This is a Morale A division as well. Pretty badass. Let's get them to this hill here. See how far we can go. It's quite the bit to drive there. Let's get on this main road here and see what happens. Let's get on that hill. Have a look around, man. Let's get the infantry up there. I mean, those are the reconnaissance there. The armor up there. So just drag and drop there. We need the anti-tank guns. Engineers. Ooh, got some flak 88. Mixed flak there. That's good. All right. It's the 10th Panzer moving out. Okay, what was this? The 10th motorized. Why would it be up there? I mean, isn't it on the map here? Did they go down and help out down there? 10th motorized. Well, I don't know. I'm going to assume they did. Because that's the 10th Division there. Let's look at the text again. What does it say? The 10th Motorized Division moved up to relieve the 3rd Panzer to protect the Panzer Group's flanks from the encircled Russians. Yeah, all right. They're going down. So I'm not sure about this Großdeutschland here. I mean, Das Reich. I think they should have hung back a bit and waited. I think we're still too early in the battle there. It's the 12th. I mean, it's 12 o'clock there. All right, let's just get in position here. Let's move them down then, I guess. I don't know, let's pile them up. Where did these roads go down here? I mean, they could be driving up here and have a look around. Could be Russian units here. We need to get our stuff. We need to get our arrived units coming on the map so we have a better understanding what's going on. But I think you do have to move with speed here, because it's the time against. You know, you gotta get fast and attack before the Russians sort of reinforce their positions there and get reinforcements in. All right. I think that's it. I think I moved everything now. Yeah, let's look at the big picture here. Okay, so another important thing is to look at the parameter data. Yeah, so dawn is at 4 o'clock, dusk it's at 6. There's a 2-hour turns. Night turns take 4 hours. There's a row limit, 400 men. Maximum 1600 there. Okay. Get miscellaneous speeds. Here's all the crunchy numbers. All right, we got bridge values here. Value of 50% there. Axis pontoon value is 10. All right. Okay. We do have some spotted units here. Let's just hold back our airstrikes for now. We haven't done any reconnaissance here. This could be good. Let's do some air reconnaissance here. We got trenches there. What the deal is down here? I'm going to do a little flyby here. See if there's any kind of defenses we got down here. Can't see anything. Alright, that's it. It's in the turn, man. Let's call it the Battle 1. Why not? Boom. Alright, we got fast AI on there. Well, we got hit by something. Probably artillery. Alright, looks like there's some... Oh, we got hit there. We lost some vehicles. Reinforcements have arrived. Air units are available. 2 out of 5 headquarters is out of command. Alright. Alright, I think I'm going to end the video here, actually. I'm going to pick up the next. It's already running to almost an hour here. Jeez. Alright, my indecision of choosing scenario. Well, we're on the way, and I hope you're going to be enjoying this fight here. We have preliminary attacks there on the Orisha crossing there. So, I'll see you in the next part there, man. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it, and have a good one.